Welcome everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Retro in the Morning. I'm Gavin, and let's get down to everything. So, you guys have probably been wondering, what the hell is Retro in the Morning? Retro in the Morning is a kind of gaming retro show that I wanted to start on my channel. So this is the first episode of that. Retro in the Morning is going to feature 3 segments. Segment 1, replay. Segment 2, gaming news. Segment 3, retro game of the week. Now, replay is a segment. Essentially what this segment is it's taking games that are being brought into gaming consoles of PS4, Xbox One, and showing the older side of that game series, and or if it's a remake coming out, showing the kind of differences between the two. So that's what replay is. That's going to be about a 10-minute segment, give or take. Then we move on to the next kind of segment, which is going to be the gaming news. So that'll touch on upcoming games that I'm looking forward to and is, a popular looking forward to kind of generic area. And then we're looking at other things kind of like console updates, PC updates, things that are coming out, new things, crazy, wonderful, wild things, and yeah. And then retro game of the week is pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just going, and you guys get to watch a little bit of gameplay of me playing a retro game for the last little bit. And that's it. Retro in the Morning. So I hope you guys enjoy. Sit back, and yeah, let's get this ball rolling with the first segment, replay. Welcome. This is replay, and in this segment 1 of the first episode of Retro in the Morning, we've got Doom. I'm gonna touch on the upcoming game Doom. Now this is acclaimed I think they said it was Doom 4. Yeah, it's also known as Doom 4, coming out May 13th, 2016. Now, here's the best part about this game, is that it's carrying on this really legendary kind of game, right? It's one of the most legendary games that me and my group of friends at least think, right? I mean, let's face it, who hasn't played Doom? Who hasn't sat down and killed some demons, bashed their skulls in, chainsawed some meatballs, I mean, if you've grown up with the old school gaming, you have definitely experienced Doom for sure. And now, so with Doom, we're kind of you look at it, you're like, alright, so they're bringing, they're going from complete, that whole, Doom was one of the first games that had that whole first person kind of 3D look though to it. And that's what really brought a lot of people in. They're like, oh shit, look, it's 3D. Kind of threw people, right? It had that flip picture, and people were like, oh, whoa, So now it's actually coming into our gaming consoles at an actual full 3D level, which is beyond amazing. So I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I've already got it pre-ordered, and I've already tried out the beta. And so with that being said, I had a little bit of time to play with the beta while it was open. And I was looking through it, and it was actually really, really well done. They kept the demonic look of Doom, right? Doom has this demons and netherworld people coming up and taking over, and you as the Doom Marine have to succumb, get over this whole entire, the scope of everything, right? You have to completely put past the fact that there are terrifying creatures that have, freaking fireball launchers on their shoulders, giant floating beholders. You just gotta put all that aside and get down to saving your planet. And that's what makes the Doom Marine one of the coolest characters ever, just because of how he has to put all fears aside to go into this torrential hellhole and to find this crazy experience of murdering demons and fighting devils, and it's crazy, right? So I'm very glad they kept the demonic look when they made this Doom. You see blood, you see ritual altars, you see lava, you see all the stuff you'd normally see in an arena or map of a normal Doom. You know, you're walking through blood and guts, not water. You're walking through blood and guts. You know, like they just ripped a bunch of dudes open, and that's all the stuff that's all over the ground. Now, that is amazing. Like, just the level of detail that they did. Granted, I think they could have done a little bit more fine tweaking with the blood to make it look a little bit more realistic, but that's beyond the point. Because that'll probably get flushed out, or they did it because they want it to be a little less traumatizing, even though bashing someone's face in with your knee is a little over the top. Actually, one of my friends told me that there was another one where you actually take their head, you look them dead in the eye, as you crush their skull in. Like, the brutality of this, almost, I haven't seen a lot of them, so I would say it almost matches Mortal Kombat X, but I don't think it tops it. It's very, very close, though. Like, I mean, when you get a melee kill and it turns into a brutality, that is the exact moment you know you have succeeded. So, talking about the multiplayer is actually kind of an interesting thing, because ID Software, which is the original creators of Doom, and the original creators of Quake and Wolfenstein, and like all the crazy, awesome old games, right? They're trying to bring like a Quake-like experience in the multiplayer. You could see it easily. And I think that they're with Certain Affinity. Now, Certain Affinity has dealt with quite a lot of multiplayer. Like, Certain Affinity works with multiplayer, right? They make sure that the multiplayer meshes. So Certain Affinity has worked on like Halo Reach, Halo 4, Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, I think. I'm a little hazy on the numbers. Definitely don't take me for actual fact. But I'm pretty positive they worked on a lot of different, like, really high popular games. Yeah, they dealt with Call of Duty Black Ops, World at War. They dealt with Call of Duty Ghosts, which a lot of people did not find that great. I found it okay for the first little bit, but then the multiplayer just kind of got boring. But they kind of meshed. They did like Left 4 Dead, Halo 2, you know, all of the different Halos. They meshed the multiplayer real nice. So I think they're a little bit behind the whole leveling system mixed with the whole armor swap system, and that's understandable. Customization and personality is definitely something that you want to look forward to in an arena deathmatch brawler. But anyways, I want to take a quick second to look at kind of like what's going to happen with the future of Doom. What is Doom going to become? Because Doom right now, I mean, the last Doom game that was made was a couple years back, if not more. And we're sitting here going, all of a sudden, Doom pops up. So what's the future of Doom for like, is there now a bigger market for that kind of genre? I know roguelikes have been taking a huge leap in sales, and Doom is kind of like a roguelike dungeon crawler, right? You know, it has a story to it, but it has more of a feel of you could die at any point in time and have to restart from beginning, and that's been taken off hella ton. So I'm thinking that with this, depending on the success of this game, the future of Doom could mean that we're going to be seeing a few more titles, you know, in the near future, which would be pretty goddamn awesome if they fix a few of the like issues and stuff from the beta test, and they make sure that they keep the storyline good, because there wasn't a full positive run, at all on that multiplayer. I know a few people who loved it. I know a few people who hated it. If you look at Steam's comments, it is just a clusterfuck of hate for something that is like the replayability part of an epic game, right? Like, Doom has the one playability, and then if you love it and you play things like that all the time, it has more playability. But if you're a kind of person who's like, you play through the story and that's it, you're done, you're good, then is it really worth the $60-$70 that you're paying for it? So then that's why they add the multiplayer. So they add this multiplayer here to kind of put the buffer between replayability and an epic story. So if the story is as epic as they keep promoting it for, because I think on the wiki it even says that you're in like this epic brawl between demons and you and trying to save the world, and it's just like, it's crazy. So when they put such a hype, I'm assuming that's because they've put more work and time into making that hype true than kind of just whitewashing it and going, all right, we're good. Yeah, just coat that stuff in some sugar, we're good. Yeah, no, send that right out. We'll toss a little multiplayer in there to make up. No, if they're gonna be putting less on the multiplayer, but having it for more of a replayability factor than they are going to be for the storyline, where they're gonna put the most effort to try to create the best content. I mean, that's what we can hope. And since Bethesda's publishing it, I'm assuming Bethesda wouldn't just let something that's not good be released. I mean, Bethesda usually doesn't. But essentially, yeah, no, that's pretty much about it. I mean, you look at the old Doom and the new Doom, and it keeps the blood, the gore, the creatures, the terrifying craziness. I mean, if you guys have had the experience to see a Revenant, it is terrifying. If you have had the experience to be a Revenant, it is amazing. This game is going to be an interesting one for sure. I look forward to playing it, and I look forward to seeing whether or not it actually succeeds, and if we're looking at going further into the future of Doom, or if this is maybe the grand finale of the Doom franchise. We'll have to see. Anyways, guys, this has been Replay. If you guys have any other ideas or other games that you'd like me to cover in Replay, definitely shoot me a comment in the comment section below, and I will definitely pick and choose from there. Alright, see you guys later. And welcome to Gaming News, guys. I'm Gavin. You obviously know that. Alright, so we're into the second segment of the show, and I just wanted to kind of pull this aside for some gaming news. So, essentially, what's new in the world of gaming? Well, we've got Star Fox Zero coming out for the Wii U. We've got One Piece Burning Blood coming out for the, I'm assuming, PS4, Xbox One, and I doubt Wii U. But that's kind of like more for the more anime fans. I've never... it's up to you. You guys like it, you guys like it. We also have the biggest ones: Battleborn, Doom, Mirror's Edge, Overwatch, Total War, Warhammer 40k just released, Uncharted 4, Thief's End is just released, I do believe. Things like all of those ones, crazy. You got the Lego Star Wars Force Awakens out, and we got No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is actually one of the bigger ones that I'm excited for coming out, just because of how crazily big and insane it is. It's like this big giant universe, and everyone, I'm not sure how the gameplay is going to be for it, but it looks like it's going to be interesting. I'm excited for Mirror's Edge Catalyst to be coming back, just because who isn't? If you've played Mirror's Edge, you're definitely looking forward to another one of those. The craziness and exciting gameplay of Mirror's Edge is just amazing, and to have it brought back to a new gen console or PC, if you play PC, then yeah, I mean, it's going to be amazing. Doom, of course, you already heard all my stuff that I have to say about Doom. Doom's going to be great. Total War Warhammer has come out. So if you're a fan of the kind of RTS and you're a fan of the Warhammer series, definitely take a check out with that one, because I hear it is supposed to be rather good. Overwatch has been a big one that's been in controversy. They've already had crazy amounts of news on this one, like this character shows too much ass, or this character is wearing scantily clad clothes. It's just like this big can of worms that is just not worth opening. But anyways, if you guys are a fan of the kind of MOBA arena battlers, Overwatch is definitely going to be one for you. Same with, if I do believe Battleborn is kind of the same kind of MOBA type arena battle area. They're trying to change it up a little bit. Another one that's coming out that's is in open beta. Well, not open beta, but closed for now unless you buy the Founders Pack, is Paragon. And today, actually yesterday, they released a new character, Iggy and Scorch, which is like a tiny little goblin riding a tiny little T-Rex with like Molotov cocktails, and the T-Rex can shoot fire if you shove a Molotov cocktail in there, and it's just crazy. So they're definitely working on some very interesting and random characters there, bringing in some new things. But no, they're definitely bringing some very interesting and random characters into that whole equation, so that's going to be cool. And pretty much other than that, we're looking at a huge set of different releases for the PS4 and Xbox One exclusives. But we're looking forward to all these games, saving up, maybe even pre-ordering, putting them in. And then PlayStation 4 comes out with what's now codenamed PlayStation Neo, which is the upgraded PlayStation 4.5 pretty much. So PlayStation 4 decided that they were going to give everybody like this whole huge new, bigger, better PlayStation. So essentially, for the people who enjoy the specs, the original PS4 had an 8 Jaguar core that runs at 1.6 gigahertz, and the Neo is going to be running at 8 Jaguar cores at 2.1 gigahertz. The original GPU ran at an AMD GCN 18 CUs at 800 megahertz. Now the improved one, which is the 30, runs at 36 CUs and at 911 megahertz, which to my knowledge is actually a decent size of power. Then with the memory, they're still running an 8 gigabyte RAM, like memory, but it's a GDDR5 with a 218 gigabyte per second. So that's actually rather good. Huge jump from the original, which was running 176 gigabytes per second. So they've definitely improved it. It's supposed to output at 4K image output. So that's kind of nice if you have a 4K TV. It also is supposed to run games at 1080p on HD TVs, which is real good, like complete no problem. 1080p, you're good to go. The games themselves will not have to be required to be 4K, so this extra power, it's pretty much like the PS4, and then they're just like, okay, so we're going to take all this power, though, and we're going to put it to making this a 4K image. Like, it'll just output everything in 4K, which is kind of cool. Now, there's not a lot of pictures out there about, 4K, like this new 4.5 PlayStation. There's a lot of speculation on what it's going to look like, and not a lot of PlayStation staff has really talked too much about it other than releasing a few of the specs and stuff. And it's supposed to, from the last little results of what they've been saying, the estimate is it's going to be about $399. So I don't know if it's really, in my opinion, I don't know if it's really worth dropping the another $400 for a console that I already have. I mean, I got mine right day one, and I might just drop it because of the fact that mine, as of being day one, has kind of started to hit the bucket. 2 or 3 years, they last okay, but not that okay afterwards. But no. And there's not a whole heck of a lot in the Xbox One culture. At least I'm not the greatest with Xbox news and stuff. I do know that they did just release another backwards compatible title. They're bringing back Rayman Legends and all the Rayman other titles, which is going to be cool. One extra kind of good series going back onto the Xbox One backwards compatible. The speed of this backwards compatible list growing is surprisingly not as good as everyone thought, which is sad in its own self. If you're going to do a backwards compatible, you'd think that they would have had a little bit of time in the preemptive to start working on a list, have the classics. From what I've heard and seen, I don't think that list is really that big, and I don't think it really hits the big games. It kind of skirts them off, right? You don't see a bunch of different games. I'm just trying to think of a few. Even with the PS4 or PS2 to PS4, you don't see the bigger PS2 games loading up on the PS4 screen. You see Grand Theft Auto, which is a real big game then. That's great. But then you see a bunch of other ones that maybe you've played, but maybe you haven't. Like, it's this kind of like you're sitting there, you're going, what is this game? I've never heard of this one. I've never seen this one. When I was playing my PlayStation 2, never saw any of those. And that's kind of the same with the Xbox One backwards compatibility thing. Is they're going, well, yeah, you can load the game. We have to download it onto the console, take up space, but we can download it, but only on select titles that you might not own, or that you might not even care about. So they don't seem to be doing too much about the whole crowd of people that are on the Xbox One side or are on the PS4 side that want to see certain games come back. They just don't seem to put it in the perspective of the people. They put it in, oh, we're just going to add this game. They don't really poll, they don't check. And I mean, granted, it's not their job too. They can do what they want. But to keep the audience, you'd expect them to kind of, what if they don't want to go out and re-buy a game? Or what if they really want to play a game, but they don't want to pull their Xbox 360 out? Or their PS2 or their PS3? You know? What if I don't want to pull out my older console to play a game that like, you know, new gen consoles and stuff? I feel like the backwards compatibility thing should be a thing that was already installed when we got the console. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, guys, this is pretty much the end of this segment. Welcome. This is the retro game of the week. Let's load ourselves up some Vector Man. Oh, it has been a while since I've played this game, so I'm going to suck horribly at this. I used to play this as a kid. This was a fun game when I played it, though. You're like this... Okay, so... We shoot like light. And I think you can get power-ups and stuff. And you gotta, like, shoot these things, and they blow up. And then you can, like, pick up these power-ups, too. And you know, to be honest, I never grasped this game. And then there's these two. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. You get the little hit thing, and then you get these, which are like health points, I think. As I said, I knew like very little of this game, but it is such a fun and crazy. Yeah, see, now I have a shotgun, but it's like this dude is better than Superman and Batman all combined. Like, this dude just knows how to get shit done. Oh, yeah. And we get that, and then we go up here and we shoot this, and I think this one had another... No, this one didn't. I used to play this all the time as a kid. I used to also play Kid Captain. Although I couldn't find that one on the Sega Genesis Classics. Oh, crap. This is like... I honestly could never make it past the first boss in this game. Like, the one with the rail cars. If anyone else has played this and knows an actual strategy on how to do these bosses, I would 100,000%. Oh, we ran out of power. I forgot that we turn into a drill sometimes, and then it becomes painfully hard to play this game. No. If anybody knows how to play this and beat the bosses, please let me know. I'm not the greatest at this game, and could use a little help. It would be nice if I could move. I apparently have accumulated a lot of health. As I said, I don't know. It's a fun game though. You know, you run around, kill things. Oh yeah. Machine gun time. I love me a machine gun until I get shot in the face. It's a bouncing machine gun too, so it's like the best of both worlds. If you miss the first time, it's gonna bounce back and kill him the second time. So I mean, like, what can you worry about? Nothing, because it's just too insanely awesome until you get No! Oh, you gotta be kidding! Oh, suck a bunch of everything, and I'm going to murder it. No. When a machine gun starts failing like that, I get a little worried. Oh, we made. Oh yeah, we made it. We made it. Those little mosquito things screw everything in this game up. I don't like them. They're the bane of my existence. I like how you kind of like. You can prep yourself though. You can get everything right. You can do anything possible in this game to make everything and anything easier for yourself, and yet still somehow you get screwed up. Oh, Oh yeah. That's what I call gaining and losing a life instantaneously. Oh, I gotta get out of that area. And I get punched in the stomach by a goddamn golem. I never understood this game at all. It seemed like some dude just decided to make a game out of circles. And was like, yeah, this is good. He's gonna shoot he's gonna shoot like these scribbly lines, and he's gonna actually oh right, I forgot about no! I forgot about the secrets! There's so many secrets to all these old games. Nowadays, Easter eggs are like, you need to learn, like, this kind of Russian. And I'm hinting at the Battlefield 4 Easter eggs. They're like, you need to learn Russian, and you need to learn this. Not that every Easter egg does that, but a disturbingly sizable amount are like, you need to learn how to decipher this code, or this is some random obscure code used by, like, Nazi Germany, like, 20,000, like, you know, like, ages ago. And we need you to learn it now so that you can find out that this guy was a spy. Like, the Easter eggs now are so pointless and meaningless in these games. Like, there are no real Easter eggs. There are, like, hidden areas. And these hidden areas have, like, an extra health pack. So they make you work for it, though. They don't make you do this, like, crazy, you know, get everything and anything you possibly can. It's just, like, this crazy fun little set of, like, oh, do this, oh, do this. It just makes things easier. It makes the game fun. It makes the game great again. Yeah. I don't know. I prefer the kind of, like, scattered, you know, you gotta go through a few enemies, but at the end of it you feel like you've definitely accomplished something, kind of hidden areas, over, like, Easter egg that takes me, like, 20 hours to do, and then by the time I get done like, say, like, I get to, like, hour 15, and I accidentally do the wrong thing, it screws the whole thing up. Here, it's like, maybe you're trying to get to a hidden area. You die. Well, okay, just restart. But that wasn't, like, that big of a deal. Whereas, like, you die in an Easter egg now, and it's like, I have to sit here and, you know, like, do another 25 plus hours of work to get, like, most Easter eggs, I'm going on a long spew about Easter, most Easter eggs take longer, sometimes, actually most times, than the oh crap, this was a boss. I have 1 health. No. Most Easter eggs take longer than the goddamn gameplay in the game. Like, you know how crazy that is? Who has time for that shit? No one. No one has time for that shit. Please do something good. We gotta get a boss kill on this. Okay, a few health. Alright, let's fight this boss for this. He's wrecking me. He's wrecking me. I don't even think I've done enough. Okay, so this is not the... It wasn't the first boss then that I kept getting killed on. There's some random other one. Oh, and I died. I could have escaped it if I ran the other way. Anyways, guys, this has been the retro game of the week, Vector Man. If you guys have the Sega Mega Genesis collection, there was a Humble Bundle. I wish this episode had come out, but now they've changed it to the Devolver Digital Bundle. But before, they had a Sega Mega Genesis Classic. Each bundle on Steam is like $8, and then each game alone is like $3 or $4. And you can get classics like Vector Man, Sonic, Altered Beast, a few different ones. I don't know if they have some of them. I haven't looked into the full scale of it, but they do have quite a range of collection. Anyways, guys, we will see you guys this is the end of retro game of the week. Anyways, guys, that was all for Retro in the Morning today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this actually was a good success. I'm really hoping so, because this was a really good. This was an idea that I really wanted. Oh wait, I forgot one of the parts. I can do that. Fuck. Yeah, let's just keep going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the Retro in the Morning. Hopefully this is a big hit, and hopefully you guys definitely for sure check it out. Or, well, you guys already did check it out, so thank you for checking it out and staying for such a long time. You know, it's a little bit of a long, dragging on kind of show, but I try my best to keep everything, you know, super exciting. Hopefully. Okay, so if you guys really didn't, like, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you guys really enjoyed it and you want to watch other videos, I've definitely enjoyed the gameplay. I've got the rest of my channel is like devoted to Let's Plays and gaming and stuff. So if you guys enjoyed the gaming aspect or just games in general and you want to watch a Let's Player, take a check, hit subscribe. I'll pop up in your guys' box every day at 9, and then on Fridays every day at 8:30 you get Retro in the Morning. So I mean, if you guys enjoyed Retro in the Morning and you guys enjoy the rest of the channel, it's a win-win. So I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.